From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Car Dekho.
Now, Sidhu is close to the Pakistan Prime Minister, and we all know that. What we didn't know is probably how far Pakistan would go to keep Sidhu happy. Today, Captain Amrinder dropped a bombshell. He said he got messages from Imran Khan's office to retain Sidhu somehow in his cabinet. Is it true? Is it true? If yes, why is he speaking up now, ladies and gentlemen, and not before? Let's debate.
पाकिस्तान से मैसेज ये आया मुझे कि the Prime Minister has sent a request कि if you can take Sidhu into your cabinet, I will be grateful. He's an old friend of mine.
27 days for the first vote to be cast in Punjab, an ex-chief minister of the state, Captain Amrinder Singh, has made a sensational claim.
Firstly, let me tell you, I removed Mr. Sidhu from the job because the man was totally incompetent, incapable and totally useless in his job. I said, then you leave my government. I don't want you in my government. ये हुआ. फिर मुझे कुछ, I think it was about 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks later or something like that, I get a message from somebody we know. He knows and I know. And उसे उन्होंने रिक्वेस्ट की है कि अगर सिद्धू को आप अपनी गवर्नमेंट में ले सकते हो तो ले लो और अगर काम नहीं करेगा निकाल देना. आई एम टेलिंग अबाउट पाकिस्तान. पाकिस्तान से मैसेज ये आया मुझे कि द प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैज़ सेंट अ रिक्वेस्ट if you can take Sidhu into your cabinet, I will be grateful. He's an old friend of mine.
Sidhu's proximity to the Pakistani establishment is no secret.
ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਅਮਨ ਖੁਸ਼ਹਾਲੀ ਦਾ ਰੂਪ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਯਾਰ ਦਿਲਦਾਰ ਇਮਰਾਨ ਖਾਨ ਜੀ.
And even refer to him as Big Brother.
जो मुल्क पाकिस्तान सबकी तरफ से आपको शामिल है.
ਮੇਰਾ ਬੜਾ ਭਾਈ
Very warm.
ਮੇਰਾ ਬੜਾ ਭਾਈ ਉਸਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ.
But the Vadra Congress continues to shield Sidhu.
कैप्टन साहब, मनोहर कहानियां गढ़ना बंद करिए. अपनी नाकामियों का ठीकरा किसी दूसरे के सर पर फोड़ना अब बंद करिए.
Captain's disclosure comes 4 months after he stepped down as the chief minister.
मैंने पहले दिन से कहा है, जब से गया है, पहले तो इमरान खान का दोस्त है, इमरान खान की स्वेरिंग इन के लिए गया, मैंने कहा मत जाओ, चला गया. आई वाज द चीफ मिनिस्टर, ही डिडंट लिसन. उसके बाद फिर जनरल बाजवा को जाके उधर जप्पी डालता है.
And the recent revelation raises some questions. Did Pakistan's Prime Minister lobby for Sidhu to be retained in the cabinet? Did Captain Amrinder take calls from Pakistan as Punjab Chief Minister? Why is Captain making this revelation just before polls? Did Vadra Congress know about pressure tactics from Pakistan for Sidhu?
Mashinder Singh Grewal of the Shirmari Akali Dal, RPS Malhotra, Major RPS Malhotra of the AAP, Karan Jay Bedi of the Punjab Lok Congress, Ramneek Maan, political analyst, Sanju Verma of the BJP, Kapil Madan supports the Congress. Karan, it's a bombshell. Is he sure about what he said, your leader?
Well, Mr. Goswami, I think he's very sure about what he said, and that's the reason why the Social
Louder?
Army and probably there's a denial from... Sorry?
No, I just was asking my producers to increase your audio in the studio. Please continue. Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Goswami, as I was saying, that there is no denial from Mr. Sidhu, and at the same time, there's no
denial, but
there's
there's no second confirmation of this either, right? I mean,
Right, but there is no denial, and at the same time, there is no rebuttal from the whole Surjewala and army, is because they are still looking for answers, because they are very sure that Captain Saab has come with something which is backed up with information, because that will also be released very soon.
You realize how serious this is, viewers. Pakistan's Prime Minister's office calls the sitting Chief Minister of Punjab and tells him to take Sidhu in the cabinet. This is huge. Huge. Yeah, Kapil, go on. I see you. I see you. Go on.
Yeah, so Arnab, I think a 5-year-old will understand why Mr. Amrinder Singh is making these kind of statement at this time. It requires no further elaboration. What is the motive? Now, I ask a question here. If he was receiving call from Pakistan requesting for some favor for Mr. Sidhu, did he inform to the NIA? Did he inform to the central agencies that he is receiving calls from Pakistan?
Maybe he did.
Why don't he make that record public then?
Maybe there is.
Why didn't he make that report public then?
Maybe there
is. He should put that record. He should show that record.
Maybe there is a record.
Where is that?
Maybe there is a record.
What do you mean by maybe?
He's spoken to the Gandhis about it as well.
Can we make these kind of assertions on the basis of hypothesis?
No, he's made the assertion.
If you are receiving call from Pakistan, and I am sure those things must be documented in the official record. Show the official record.
Maybe there is. Maybe that's why Sidhu is quiet.
Where is that?
There is no denial.
Where is that? Where is that?
Where is that? No, I'm not keeping it. I'm not keeping the official records. Don't shout at me.
Sanju. So why don't I'm asking? So I am asking this question to Captain Amrinder Singh only. Where is the record?
Where is the record,
Sanju? Why don't they put that record?
Why do you encourage? Where is the record, Sanju? Where is the record, Sanju?
Okay. I heard Kapil Madan. Arnab, what I love about the Vadra Congress is that each time there is an allegation which is bona fide, they train their guns at the BJP. The fact is, if Captain Amrinder Singh has made a complaint to the NIA, then I'm sure the NIA is doing its job. But when the NIA takes action against Sidhu, you know what the Congress party will do? Oh, this is vendetta politics. If you recall, just last week, the ED, the CBI were at the doorstep of Charanjit Singh Channi's nephew, Bhupinder Singh Hani. And what did the Congress say? Oh, Bhupinder Singh Hani is holier than thou. He's not involved in illegal signing contracts. So the point is, decide, Karlo, you want to play vendetta politics? Are you holier than thou? Do you want the BJP to probe you? Here, the problem is not about the BJP. The problem is the fact that Sidhu loves Imran Khan. Sidhu ke liye Imran Khan
but Sanju,
this is publicly documented.
Now, everyone on, we'll have all the 7 windows on the screen. The question here is that, Sanju, you know, it's such a major comment, Major RPS Malhotra of the Aam Aadmi Party. My question which comes to my mind is, if the Chief Minister of Punjab got a call from the Prime Minister of Pakistan's office telling him to make Sidhu the cabinet minister, first of all, what kind of a equation is this, man? That the Punjab Chief Minister receives a call from the Pakistan Prime Minister. Is there no question of diplomatic decorum? Why does he even accept a call? No, why does he even accept a call? Right? Major Malhotra, my question is, why did Amrinder accept a call? Is it a puppy-juppy conversation? Isko bana dena, ye hamara aadmi hai. What nonsense is this?
No, this is shocking. This is unbelievable. Is this how the Congress party and its government work?
Yeah.
Is Pakistan influencing their appointment of ministers?
Yeah.
This is very, very risky in this border state. And
absolutely.
Second thing is, it has been 2.5 years. Why did Captain Amrinder Singh keep quiet for so long?
Why was he quiet for so long, Ramnik? Why was he quiet for so long, Ramnik?
He kept the nation in the dark.
No, why did he? Why is he saying this now? Why is he saying this now? I mean, it's outrageous. It's outrageous that the Pakistan Prime Minister's office found the confidence to call the Punjab Chief Minister to make a recommendation for ministership for Mr. Sidhu. And why is this information being shared selectively by Captain Amrinder Singh now?
The question is not why is it being
First things first, what is most outrageous is that the Pakistanis are...
That needs to be probed.
Arnab, may I? Thank you, Arnab.
One more point.
So, Sidhu, thank you. Arnab, what is outrageous is
Ramnik
that the
firstly, Ramnik. I'll
Pakistanis
come back
are
to you,
lobbying
Ramnik.
for Sidhu. Okay, so what is outrageous is that the Pakistanis are lobbying for Sidhu. The PMO of Pakistan is contacting a sitting Chief Minister of India. They have no constitutional jurisdiction over. They must have called Priyanka, Rahul and Sonia as well. That's to my understanding. And I think the Vadras and the Gandhis, have chosen Sidhu over Captain. That is also something which is highly questionable. They get rid of Captain, they put Sidhu on the high chair, and because of the politics and how the power play works in Punjab, they had to appoint Chandi. Otherwise, Sidhu was
No, but I put it on record.
So
the reason we are debating it on Republic today, 1 minute, the reason we are debating it today, I want to get Mr. Grewal also in, is that viewers just think about it for 10 seconds. The Prime Minister of an enemy state is vouching for Navjot Singh Sidhu. Navjot Singh Sidhu is getting the Pakistan Prime Minister's endorsement, is going across the border and is then endorsing the ISI, endorsing the Pakistan Prime Minister. So there's obvious quid pro quo that's going on. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And Sidhu is getting a backing for cabinet ministership in Punjab after Balakot. Mr. Grewal,
I wonder
after Balakot,
ISI and
so I always say,
enjoy with the Congress party's leadership.
No, what is there some inside deal going on between?
What is the bonhomie?
Is there an inside deal between Navjot Singh Sidhu and the Pakistan Prime Minister?
No, Arnab, there is a very pertinent question which needs to be asked. What is the agreement between the Congress party and the CCP?
No, why
we have seen their bonhomie with the Pakistanis, but also what is their agreement with the CCP?
I want Mr. Grewal to come in because he hasn't spoken. After that, Sanju, I'll come back to you. Mr. Grewal, what's going on? Mr. Grewal?
That's a very important question.
1 minute, Sanju, after Mr. Grewal. Yeah.
Arnab, this is a very serious matter that when charges are leveled against a former minister by the former chief minister, they should not be simply ignored as a politically motivated. First. Second is that when Sidhu went to Pakistan, Captain Amrinder Singh objected to his visit at that time also, and he first stopped him from going. And then on the intervention of Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka, Captain allowed him to go. And when this now Dera Baba Nanak corridor has been opened, he went alone the next day, not with the government of the Punjab. So it is second thing is that people are saying why Captain have made these revelations now.
Yeah.
See, Mr. Pandey, the former governor, late governor of Punjab, written a book and said it should be made public 10 years after his life. For politics, there is an appropriate time, and Captain thought it to be appropriate time, and he has made his disclosure. It needs to be investigated. It's a serious matter. That person who is holding the post of Congress president has so close link with the Pakistan. And one thing, Arnab, you must remember that when bomb blast took place in Ludhiana, this is the statement of Navjot Singh Sidhu that IS has nothing to do with the blast, whereas their DGP says it's a handiwork of the ISI.
Yeah.
No. Sidhu went on to say it's the handiwork of Indian agencies.
He said it's the handiwork of agencies.
Yes.
May I remind you? This is what he said.
Yes, he said this thing.
So then,
like that day, remember Arnab on your show, I categorically mentioned Sidhu is speaking the language of ISI.
I repeat this. I remember that. Viewers also remember that. The issue at hand right now is, and this is fascinating, Sanju, just coming to you, repeating what we are talking about. Now we are being told is that the Prime Minister of Pakistan tries to secure a cabinet position of a minister within an Indian state. Can you believe it? First, we had a situation where the Congress party goes and does a private deal with the Chinese Communist Party. Sonia Gandhi oversees the deal. She stands behind, makes Rahul Gandhi sign a secret deal. Nobody knows till now what the understanding between the Vadra family and the Chinese Communist Party is. And lo and behold, right now, a person who miraculously enters politics only because of the patronage of the Vadra family is exceptionally close to the ISI, exceptionally close to the Pakistan Prime Minister. Now we are being told that Amrinder Singh, when he was Chief Minister, was getting open calls from the Pakistanis to put him in the cabinet. Does that mean that the Pakistanis hold an incredible amount of influence over the Congress government? I really think Amrinder Singh should have resigned that very day. No, Kapil, Sanju, waited. After Sanju, I'm coming to you. In the backdrop of Balakot, the Pakistanis allegedly wanted Navjot Singh Sidhu as a minister. Why did they want? What use is Navjot Singh Sidhu to the Pakistanis? Yes.
Arnab, I just want to say one very important thing which you have raised. Please, Mr. Mann, now it's my turn. Arnab, you have raised some very important points in your show, repeatedly. How is it that Navjot Singh Sidhu goes and hugs Bajwa? How is it that Navjot Singh Sidhu says Imran Khan is my elder brother? How is it that Navjot Singh Sidhu's ex-advisor Pyare Lal Garg and Manjinder Singh Mali said that POK belongs to Kashmir, POK belongs to Pakistan, and yet Navjot Singh Sidhu has been anointed as the Pradesh Congress chief of Punjab Congress. The fact is Navjot Singh Sidhu has no individual locus standi. Under whose patronage, under whose blessing, under whose guidance is he taking this anti-India stand? The fact that he is a close confidant of Priyanka Vadra, the fact that he is the blessings of Sonia Gandhi, the fact that he is the patronage of Rahul Gandhi,
he is a mole in Indian politics.
Is well known.
Does that answer?
Allow me to respond. I think you've given enough time to Sanju Verma. Allow me to respond to her, please.
My question is, instead of asking questions to Amrinder Singh,
to the ISI. He's a mole in the inner system.
Like shooting the messenger. Ask questions to Priyanka Vadra, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. Why do they still continue with Navjot Singh Sidhu as the Punjab Congress president, given that Punjab is a border-sensitive state with more than 360 kilometers of border that we share with Pakistan on the Punjab side?
Major Malhotra also is coming in.
Arnab, I think now you should give me a chance to respond.
No, Major Malhotra is also coming in with a point to you. I think you hear both and then respond. The Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson also coming in and responding to you. And you can come in after that. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, here is a man who goes to Pakistan and says the Prime Minister is my bada bhai. He goes and hugs the ISI. His behavior is questionable. But now this is getting more serious than that. Because if he has any connection like this, it goes beyond hugging Qamar Javed Bajwa. It becomes more serious.
He's an asset.
Well, Arnab,
Major Malhotra.
It's becoming more and more clear that both Sidhu and Captain Amrinder Singh are dangerous for Punjab.
Both.
There are three questions which come to my mind. One is, who is this person who brought this message to Captain Amrinder Singh?
Yeah.
Is this person the one that is permanently implanted in his house?
Oh.
And how?
Oh,
One minute. How many more?
Why are you targeting the Amrinder Singh personally?
No. But he has to reveal. He has to reveal who passed on the message, who was passing the message.
He said he got a call.
The nation needs to know this.
No, one minute. I'll let Karan respond. No, what do you say?
There's nothing personal. The nation needs to know this. Who was passing the message? And how many more appointments were influenced? And I would say, should BJP be combining with a person like Captain Amrinder Singh, who has hidden this thing from the nation for 2.5 years?
Navjot Singh Sidhu, the problem is not...
Why aren't you questioning Navjot Singh Sidhu at all?
Malhotra sahab, you speak as if...
Two at a time. Only Karan and Aap.
I'm saying both are dangerous.
You are hitting him on a personal level for no reason.
It's not personal. It's national security.
He got a call and...
National security is in question.
Major Malhotra sir.
Yes, it's questioned when he crosses the line. Hugs Bajwa. That is That is national threat.
As if an
A friend
intelligence agency
living
came out with
in
info.
India, crossing
It
the
is
border
who is
with
the
Indian
messenger?
agencies.
My friend
Who is the messenger?
who's holding a
How
brief
many
for
more?
Amarinder
How
Singh.
many
Yes,
more?
that will also be revealed.
Does not know that our honorable Prime Minister was walking hand in hand on a dawat where he was not invited, and thereafter we had Uri attack. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about that?
Why can't you
आप
answer
बिना
Sidhu?
बुलाए वहाँ पे
Why
दावत
can't
पे
you
चले
answer for
गए,
Sidhu?
उसके बाद हमारे शहीद उरी अटैक
Because there is no denial
में
from your
शहीद हुए.
chief.
What kind of diplomacy were you doing?
No, the
आप क्यों गए थे? Why don't you make those records public too? Why did you go there? Why did you go there? Now, the gentleman here also made a remark.
may I, Karan, everyone again. Sanju, wait, everyone else wait. Karan, I'm speaking. 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. Kapil.
Who the hell are you to raise questions about Narendra?
Then who are you? Why are you raising question on Navjot Singh Sidhu then? Why are you raising question? Sanju, raising question is not your solitary right. Please understand that. The conduct of the Prime Minister and his diplomacy will be questioned. Especially when it will...
point, Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, wait a minute. A question being 1 versus 1 right now. Viewers, I want to tell you a couple of things. It is not only Sanju, 1 minute. It is not just about saying Mera Yaar Dildar. It's not about hugging the army chief. It's serious. He's had meetings with pro-Khalistan leaders. And I am saying this, Mr. Grewal, you are aware, Sidhu refused to condemn Pakistan for the Pulwama terror attack. Instead, he asked who released Masood Azhar. He refused to condemn even Pakistan for the Pulwama terror attack. And he went and made a claim. He questioned the Balakot airstrike, saying, were you uprooting terrorists or trees? That was a straightforward Pakistani line. This man has taken a straightforward Pakistani line, Mr. Grewal. It is becoming very serious indeed as to why this person, Sidhu, takes a Pakistani line. I agree that Amrinder must tell us why he didn't tell us this all this while. But now there are serious questions. Do you think Sidhu should be made to step aside till his position or his connections with Pakistan are really investigated properly? Mr. Grewal, maybe that will be appropriate.
Arnab, I tell you, this is a really very serious thing, and his continuance as a Congress president is a risk
for the safety and internal security of the state of Punjab. I would love to share one thing with you, that after bomb blast at Ludhiana, the pet boy of Sidhu, Chattopadhyay, made a press conference that this is plan done by the Sikhs for Justice prompted thing. And you know, Congress is a culture of associating with anti-national people. The real younger brother of Sikhs for Justice, Chairman Patwan Singh Pannu, is made a chairman of Genco by the Channi government, and Sardar Tripta Rajinder Singh Bajwa, the present minister in the government, met Patwan Singh Sandhu during his visit to UK in 2018. This is the Congress culture. They have no interest in Punjab. They have no interest in the unity of the country. They are playing their own dirty game.
Well, it indeed becomes extremely serious. We'll try and see. Amrinder Singh has told me that he will be speaking to us tomorrow, and I actually will want a clarification from him. And if that happens, I'll put it on the debate tomorrow. And I'm moving on for now, ladies and gentlemen.